Welcome back to the Coach Approach. Just Coach Blake the Black Baker, and today we're gonna be looking at I forgot what rank it was. What rank is it? I think it's silver. Yeah, silver 1, Master Yi. All right. So we're going into Shaco. We have Darius, we have Sivir, we have Jin, and we have Seraphine. Shaco's probably gonna want to invade you. So the way that you would probably look to play this matchup, more or less, is just try to do your best to kind of outpath them. You want to try to make it so that you're not obviously pathing to one way. So what do I mean by that? What can I do? The first thing you need to do is determine which side you're starting. I would probably walk up to the top and put a ward here, unless you go with your team and put a ward there. So whatever you decide to do, the first step is always figuring out where the other jungler is starting. If we can do that, pathing as Master Yi is a piece of cake. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and grab the notes here, and we're gonna get that. Thanks for watching my VOD. If I can, we'll try to subscribe to you next week. Hey, no problem, man. I always want people to climb, dude. I appreciate the support if you can, though. Okay. So step 1. Step 1 for Master Yi pro play. Find out where the jungler is starting. If it's a jungler stronger than you, then that means that you have to path weird. If it's a jungler that you're stronger than, that means that you could path in a certain way to either A, kill a jungler, or B, take the camps. For example, if I'm going against a Warwick, I know for a fact Warwick does not do Raptors or Krugs. Why? It would take way too long. If they do that, they're trolling. So with that in mind, you could think about taking their camps. You could think about pathing in a way so I always get to his top side and I always get to take his Raptors and his Krugs on repeat. That means you're 2 camps up every single time. And then every clear, 2 more camps, 2 more camps, 2 more camps, 2 more camps. For free, just because you're going against the Warwick. So that's what it really means to kind of understand. So in this particular case, as I said, we want to figure out where Shaco starts. We want to try to play that accordingly. I wouldn't go this way because, like I said, unless you have your team, you just might end up dying. And just because you see him there doesn't mean he's going to start bot. So be very careful. Stella Bar. I can never say your name right, I don't think. But long time no see, bro. Hey, Ringar, how you doing? Yeah, I definitely think I want to try it out. Matchup experience for sure, dude. Yeah, you see, we're not sure where he's starting. We just assume he's starting here. But what if Shaco decided to wrap around and he started on your wolves and then he took all your camps? Like, just it's not that much work just getting that ward down somewhere to at least get the verification. Now let's see. There's another way you can kind of cheat. You can kind of cheat and see who started where based off how long it took for that lane to get there. 3 factors: HP, mana, and how long they took to get there. Shaco doesn't really require leashing, so it's a bit hard for him. Same thing with Ivern, obviously. You're not going to be able to know where he started, but a little way is to kind of think about that. So Darius is instantly in lane. This means there's no way he's leashing. If Shaco's starting top and he was just right there, he didn't have enough time to go back top and put down all those boxes to solo leash. So he started bot. Let's see if the bot lane comes out with less mana or HP as well. See, and they came from this way. So they're not actually out of mana, not out of HP, but look at the way they came. If they did not leash, there would be 0 reason for them to walk this way. They would just be right here in the bush, whatever, right? So not tail number 1, they came late. Tail number 2, the way they came from. Where did he start? Boom, bam, Shyamalan. So we know he's here. Now with this in mind, you're gonna have to think about his pathing. Is he a full clear jungler? Is he a 3 camp clear jungler? Like, what is he gonna do? I would probably ping my team. He's gonna level 2 gank. But if we know he started bot side, this means that he's in no danger of getting ganked, right? Like, why would Shaco be able to jump from here all the way to there without being spotted? So he's fine. Your pathing should always be full clear, though. You should always try to full clear. You can actually full clear so fast, you're actually on crab by the time it spawns. Now, I'm only able to do that because I've played Master Yi for a little hot minute. A lot of games. I used to play him a lot before, but I recently picked him up again for a little bit, and then I stopped playing him altogether again. But you actually can clear all his camps before that 15 mark. So how you want to go about doing it? Let's go back and let's just talk about your clear real quick. So let's put a hold on like actually jungling real quick. Or pathing, I'm sorry. Alright, so what you will want to do, it's hard for me to full clear, I'm slow. That's okay, we'll talk about it right now. Guarantee your speed is going to be like times 10. So first off, don't Q. Why don't we want to Q first? Well, the reason is because we don't have a chance to drag the camp back. So there's no reason for us to Q. When you instantly Q like this, you're making the camp stay there. Luckily though, Lux kind of aggroed it too, but usually if nobody autos it and you just Q, it's not going to go on anything. So just kind of make sure you hit it and then get it to walk first. And then when it's mid animation of swinging, you Q. Not only did you dodge the auto attack, but it's not actually able to move when it's autoing anyway. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. You're dodging the auto, but you're also not missing a chance to drag it back because it's in animation anyway. So really try to get that timing down. We come back and we want to path it down here. Why do we path it down here? How does pathing it down increase our clear speed? Well, if we look at this, if I'm the support and I'm the ADC, where am I going to walk to get back to lane? This way or this way? Which means that if you can manage to path it down this way, they can get more autos in before they leave, right? Big brain strats here. And get more autos in to leave because they're not actually wasting more time killing it here. And you're dragging it up, which means they're not wasting time like following you to hit it, or they're not leaving early because they don't want to do that, right? So if you drag it down, you're helping both parties. So we would drag it down. And as I said, forget that we're going against Shaco right now. Just take that out your head. We're not going against Shaco. We're just talking about pathing here. So we would drag it down and we would get to basically like right here. This is where it should be by the time we finished, right? And we would go in and we would go ahead and do this. Now we would instantly smite the big one. We would alpha strike auto first, you know, just to make sure. And then alpha strike, because if you alpha strike before you take aggro, it's really weird. Okay, so Yi's alpha strike is multiple hits, right? If Yi hits it at a champion or not a champion, I'm sorry, a minion, a monster, whatever, and it's releashing itself back because it can't find Master Yi. Master Yi is off the map technically. It can't find him. So what happens if you hit a monster and you break the leash? It resets. So when you're alpha striking, you're popping these, you're hitting them, but it's constantly resetting. So it's regaining HP. Now it might not seem significant at the time, but it actually is when you get down to the numbers of it. So if you really want to increase that speed, if you really want to be as fast as possible, these little things you're going to have to take into account. Obviously it takes time. As I said before, I took that time out to learn things like that, but also I'm a coach, so I should know stuff like that. But then we would go ahead and do that, clear them out, and then go ahead and path up top. And go ahead and go here. Same exact thing. Hit the Raptors first. Do not alpha strike first. Cool. Okay. Boom, bam. Now, we don't want to sit here. We want to walk it. So what I'll do is I'll path for you playing Master Yi and practice tool real quick. And I'll talk about it after we get through the video, okay? So after your bot, I'll go ahead and like path for you and just kind of explain a little bit more of it. Because it is very hard to kind of explain if you're not doing it already. Okay, we get through. So we're almost there. You actually could have probably done it if you would have done that. Okay, so we're here. As I said before, I mean, you got a couple options, right? We could either go to his jungle and just see what he's going up with, or we could just pretty much chill and wait for Crab. Up to you. I don't know why my VOD gets really laggy. Not worth the time. The only reason why it's not worth the time is, like, let's say she didn't even have flash, whatever. You managed to kill her. It's still not worth the time because now Shaco knows where you are. Now Shaco knows where you started and you ended, and now he could play around your play. Because if I'm like, oh, well, Master, you just did this, that means he's A, gonna go to that top crab, or B, go to the spot crab, right? Which means I can ping my team over to come kill you. Or I could just set up and look to kill you. Or I can use this information. When you back recall, I know where you're going to be headed next. You're going to be headed topside because you started bot. I will take your camps and wait for you and then just kill you, right? Little stuff like that is what you want to think about. Now, obviously, your elo might not be thinking about all that extra goodness. But eventually they will. And you don't want to skimp out on it. And there he was. He could have baited. He could have just sat there and just put boxes and waited for you to walk in, and you would have died. He didn't do that, but it was very obvious what you were going to do next. So then you back. You're going to be headed bot. Of course, he should know this. Does he use that against you? No. What do we buy? Okay, we bought 2 long swords. I probably would have bought boots and a long sword. How much gold do we have? If you can get... Depending on your build. If you're going Kraken Slayer, then you can finish... I know you're going Kraken Slayer this game. I'm just giving you an example. If you're going Kraken Slayer, you can actually finish the new quiver before your boots. But I recommend, if you're going to go Dustblade, you just finish your boots real quick. Get your attack speed out the way, and then go ahead and start building the others. So it's very situational. But try to prioritize Berserker Greaves if you're going the Dustblade build. And if you're not, then just get boots. So that way you're walking faster. Yes, if you get damage, you clear faster. But it doesn't mean anything. Because getting from place to place is a lot better than doing more damage to the camp. Because you're technically not clearing faster then. You know what I mean? So we're going down here for a gank. We have a pretty decent setup for it from Lux. Can we get it off though? Not really. I recommend approaching the ganks a little bit better. Instead of doing this, do this. We don't know if this is warded, but we know for sure they can see us if we take this way. If we take this top way, it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 that this is warded or if it's not. If you go this way, it's 100% they see you and they can get away. So if you're going to go for this gank, I'd rather take the 50-50 coin flip and maybe it's not warded. Let's check. It wasn't warded. So imagine we walk this way. We let them play it out. We let them see what they're doing. And then you just come in and swoop, double kill. Just because we were patient enough to just take that outside walk. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to hit this. See where they are. You have a ward, right? No, you don't. You used it. Where did you use it? Did you use it? Oh, yeah, you used it here. Go ahead and hit that. Don't be afraid. Just gotta get vision for you to where the jungler is. I thought you can see from there. No. I'm one player that loves vision manipulation. So the way that I play, I know where they can and can't see me. I've practiced it for years. It's something that it's something that I love about the game is that you can just manipulate a lot of vision by just how you move your champion. So yeah, if you see here, they can't see this. They really can't see you unless you pop out from right here, but you could pop out from here and be a little bit closer than popping out from here. And you're still closer to the target than if you're here. So either way, it's like a win-win. And all that comes with experience, right? You get it down eventually. Alright, so one thing you don't want to do is force gank so much. Master Yi is an opportunist, okay? Which means that he only looks for kills if they're free. You're forcing too much. You never want to force this Master Yi, especially if the other jungler is stronger than you. So, don't look to force ganks. Only look to go for ganks if there is a turn for a counter gank or it's just a real free kill. Okay? If you don't want to play like that, then you're going to have to play another champion. Master Yi players not force ganks. And the reason why it may work where you are is because you're in lower elo. I can't tell you how many times I see junglers get free kills and I'm like, bro, what? How are you getting that gank off? There's no way. And it's like, people just don't, they don't ward. They don't really care about the jungler coming to get them. They're a little bit more lenient on it. Like if you ask any low elo player if they think Master Yi is going to gank before 6, they're going to say no. So that's what I mean, right? But in high elo, they know Master Yi can come out at 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter. If he's around, we don't. If it's a jungler, we don't do that. So try your best not to force. If it's free, it's free. If it's not, it's not. Focus on the dragons. Focus on the Rift Heralds. Your Krug was coming up already. You might as well clear Krugs and then go ahead and do your Raptors because it should be coming up after. Actually, it's not. So you screwed up your pathing. Never screw up your pathing. Try to like make it so that it's a little bit better. You screw it up, it's gonna be very hard. Good outplay. This guy's trolling. You see what I mean, though? This dude could have came in and did that 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, and you would have died every single time because you were just easily able to be red. But this dude comes and gets you low, and then executes on blue buff? Where did they do that at, right? That shouldn't be a thing. So, as I said before, low elo is like that hot stove, man. The kid touches the stove, don't burn it themselves for a while. One time they burn the stove, they're gonna regret it. Yep, dragon's gone, don't even try. If you manage to make a play out of this, you're a god. Okay, I didn't think so. Oh, but they stalled it. I guess it's good enough. I mean, they know Yone backed, so I don't know why they just didn't go for the drag. Very weird. Okay, there you go. That's an example right there about the camps. You go into alpha, and you see how they're sleeping again? Because you didn't hit it. And so, if you don't hit it, and you alpha strike, that Q damage you're doing heals back up. You see you're not doing anything to it. And that's because it's healing those hits. So try to do your best to like at least hit every minion, or at least the big ones. And then go ahead and do your alpha. I know it's kind of hard, honestly. And if it's going to take too long, don't worry about it. But try to get into a habit of actually doing it. So we should look to call Dragon soon. Okay, you are. Nice. Okay. So what we want to do is every second we need to be doing camps or doing drag / rift or going for a overextended game. Every second we should be doing that. Let's go back for about 5 minutes. I don't know if that's actually 5 minutes. I just clicked. And let's see what we're doing in these seconds. So that was going for a kill. Gank, cool. All right, we're going to go to our camp. I give you that. We're not going for our camp. We're just walking around. Going back for our camp. Going back for our camp. Cool. Now we're just walking around again. And we end up dying for it. And these are about 20 to 30 second increments. Imagine you do this about 10 times. You know, 20 to 30 seconds multiplied by 10. 10 is a very big number. I don't think you'll do it 10 times. I'll say realistically more 5. But you could get at, like, you can understand what I'm getting at. Like, that's a lot of time wasted just walking around doing stuff like this. Like, why? Why? And there's something that's going to happen in your head where it makes the decision you're making, you try to make it make sense. Don't try to make it make sense. Does it make sense or does it not make sense? Okay? Well, I was just sitting down there because I thought they were going to start dragging and I wanted to be there for it. You could be doing camps while that's going on. And if they do happen to start dragging, you're right there. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to make excuses for why you're just sitting there. Actively be doing something else so that if it does happen, you're good to go. If it doesn't happen, you're not wasting time going all the way back to your camp. Good job. Went for the gank. Okay. Cool. Okay, we see Shaco bot. We go Rift Herald. Because we're probably not going to get the drag. Unless you can manage to make it there in time. But let's see. Nope, we don't get it. The reason why I said we go for that Rift Herald top is because we just got 3 camps done. We know that you're going to have to recall. We know that your bot lane's almost dead, recalling stuff too, and so is Yone. So the odds of us having all of our players recall, get back to here is very slim when you could just go ahead and take that out real quick, especially because you don't even need to buy for it because it's you versus the dang, you know, the Rift Herald. So Oh, you finish your grooves before Kraken? Oh no, that wasn't you. I was getting ready to say there was no reason to. Okay, so you did finish Kraken first. Cool. I was like, because Kraken gives you attack speed, so why not? Cool. This should be Rift Herald. Nice. A trick if you want to not get spotted by this crab. All right. This trick came from Coach Blaker. Okay, obviously, no, it didn't. The trick came from a Korean game I was watching. This dude was a mastermind. I was like, he came through the river and then he like ganked top, and I was like, I know this man was spotted. There's no way this man wasn't spotted. And so I went back and seen it from the other point of view, and he wasn't spotted. I was like, bro, this dude is high level tactic, which is why I like to watch games, because I learn a lot and then I can teach everybody a lot. So pretty much the trick is, if you're playing anything with dashes, obviously go over the wall from here to here. But the real trick is if you can actually go like this and then wrap around, hug the wall, and then walk like that, you're actually not spotted. Go ahead and smack it in the back so it rams backwards. And that way, if anybody walks up, they actually don't see you unless they're in this vicinity anyway. If they're not and they like do something like this, they don't see you at all. So very, very cool little technique. Walk up, hug the wall, go through. You'll never be spotted by this. Does this work in Dragon? No, it does not. But it works for Rift Herald. They goon squatted a lot, didn't they? Alright. Never be the first in a fight. If going for Dusk Blade, build, look for resets. If going Kraken, look to go in a little later. The difference between going in later versus going in with Dusk Blade looking for resets, when you're looking for resets, you're basically thinking, can I get a kill with 1Q? If no, don't go. With Kraken, it's a little different because you're building to kind of be fighting for a lot longer. Dusk Blades for one shots, Kraken's for more that you know, that longer like fight. So it's okay for you to go in a little bit earlier than you would have for a Dusk Blade, because you realistically shouldn't be getting one-shotted, especially depending on what you build later on into the game. So I would still wait. I would wait for stuff to be blown. Seraphine ult, for example, wait for that to get blown and then go ahead and go. For as far as Dusk Blade goes, though, like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to wait. As long as someone's low enough for you to alpha strike and kill, it's fine. Go in whenever you want, because you'll get that reset and you'll be able to be invisible. And then by the time you get ready to come back out of invisibility, you have another alpha strike ready, and then rinse and repeat that style. Now, I will say Dusk Blade and Kraken both have their advantages, but for right now, because the game is so snowball heavy, Dusk Blade does feel better. But the problem is, if the game goes too long, you're not going to be as useful, because or if there's tanks, I'm sorry. If there's tanks and the game goes too long, you're not going to be as useful. So it does have its downsides to both. It's more explosive, Dusk Blade is. Okay, we get charmed, and exactly what I said not to do, we did. So you want to come from either the sides or from behind, right? If you were just sitting on a park bench and I threw a ball at you and you were just sitting minding your own business and I threw it at you from behind, is it going to hit you? Yes. If I threw it at you from the side, is it going to hit you? Yes. You'll realize it's coming, but by the time you realize it's coming, you'll get hit anyway. If you're looking at me and I throw it at you, you're going to catch it or you're going to move. Same thing for League of Legends. You're the ball, the enemy team is the person on the park bench, right? If you're throwing yourself, when they're looking at you, you're going to die. They're going to move, they're going to just disengage, or they're straight up going to kill you. If you're coming from the side, maybe by the time they realize it, yeah, you're probably going to kill people. If you come from behind, you probably can just clean up the whole entire team, right? Because they're not aware. And so this goes down to, I need to buy scanners. I need to make sure that the angle that I'm coming from is okay. I need to make sure that things aren't warded. Do we have a scanner right now? We don't. 21 minutes into the game, we do not have a scanner. We need to make sure that we're buying a scanner as fast as possible. Maybe the second back. Sometimes the first, if you put a ward down, you can go back and buy a scanner, and there you go. Really just depends on what you want to do, but we got to make sure that we're having a scanner before, buy at least that second back. Yep, this is a good play. I would do the same thing. You could dive, though. You could for sure dive. You choose not to. It's fine. To kind of get caught again. Cool. A lot of like what you're doing is just having pathing that like you don't care. You're not very cautious about where you're pathing. Like that's not even like jungle clearing. I just mean like walking around in general, you're not really caring about what's gonna happen. Be more careful when pathing around the map. Make sure you know where all 5 players are. If you don't, path up to what is to be expected. So I don't see all of them. I have to assume they're maybe in a bush waiting for someone to walk by. Like you don't know what they're doing, and until you get the information, you don't want to be just walking around willy-nilly like I don't care, because you do get bursted very easily, especially playing Master Yi. And there's not a lot of escape potential playing him other than ulting away, which if you're CC, that's not happening. Okay. Look at the timing again of when you entered this fight. You're entering it instantly. You luckily get away with it, but you're entering the fight instantly. And now you're forced to back up, go back in, back up, go back in. And it's very hard because when you go back in, they know where you're coming from. And then we're reverting back to what we were talking about. You're coming from an angle that they know is happening. Like, they'll just catch the ball or run away from it or disengage. Okay. So you're trying to do something here. We have no Yone. This is very sketch. I would go for the Sivir first, right? That's what you do. Oh, good Q. Nice. Cool. Way better. Way better. You went into the fight after, right? And you should be getting Pentas and Quadras every single game. Every single game, Pentas and Quadras if you're playing properly. That's how Master Yi works. If you're not getting Pentas and Quadras every game, something's wrong. Okay, let me just close out here. Cool. All right. So the main thing that I think we should be working on here is step 1, you know, figuring out where the jungle is starting. So step 1. Then we want to focus on number 1. Well, actually, let me just leave step 1. Step 1 is always going to be, that's step 1. You want to, you know, not really be forcing ganks. There's no reason to. And then number 2, you know, every second we need to be doing camps or drag, rift, or going for an overextended gank. Don't force them. If it's not overextended, if it's not happening in a trade, you don't go for those ganks. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and load up a game. Hopefully this account has Master Yi in it. And I'm going to go ahead and try to load up a game, and we're just going to talk about its pathing. Now, like I said, I haven't touched Master Yi in a cool hot minute, but I can still explain its pathing. So let's just hope I got him. I feel like I should have Master Yi. If I don't have Master Yi, there's an issue. Ugh, I don't even think I have him. How do you not have Master Yi? Okay, let me see if I can buy him. I can't even buy him. I don't even have enough to... Wait, I have to. There has to be a chip I could just sell to get him. Okay, we're gonna sell guys. I'm not gonna play ADC on this account. If anything, I'm playing jungle, so this is my support account, so I'm not gonna have anything. I believe Master Yi is what, 450? Yeah, give me that boy. All right, let's talk about his pathing real quick. Okay. Let's go ahead. My blade is yours. My blade is yours. So I don't have the right runes for this, obviously. It's probably going to be, oh, it's airy. Whatever. You can still get the point across. My clear speed is going to be a little bit slower because I have airy, but the point is still to be made. I'm going to just give a smite to myself because I don't want to... I want to keep it more realistic, like I'm getting a leash, right? So I want to make sure that I'm giving a smite to myself. He's cheap? Yeah, he's super cheap. That's why I didn't mind buying him. Taking red smite or blue smite's up to you. Blue smite if I feel like I can't catch anybody. Red smite all the other times. So it's really just up to you. I feel like red smite is just better. But there are some cases where you need blue, so it's on you to get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just, you know, auto refresh because I want to make sure that I can smite it real quick. And your leash is obviously going to be better. Your leash is obviously going to be better than my clear, right? When you get a leash, it's going to be a little bit better. But I'm just going to start off with a smite. And I'm just going to try to, you know, path. And this will be on YouTube, so if you want to look at it again, by all means, feel free. Once again, I don't claim to be a Master Yi god or anything like that. So I'm probably going to be a little rusty on my clear than I used to be when I actually played him a ton. But the point is still going to be across. So what we want to do, auto, drag it back. You see how I queue between the auto so that I just basically miss one hit. We're going to smite just because we'll turn off the auto refresh here. I'm going to time it like I don't have a queue anymore. I always just use a potion myself. Like I said, you'll have the attack speed from the actual runes. I don't have the runes. Go ahead and smack that. Go ahead and smack that. Go ahead and smite it. Okay, cool. We get that down. Go ahead and pop our E. Our E does not work in Alpha Strike, I don't think. So there's really no reason to have it on when you're queuing around. As I said before, be careful. They can releash. They can go back. Take them all if you want. Cool, cool. Remember that burn damage is always going to be there. Realistically, I won't have smite right now, so I'm not going to use it. I'll wait to use it on the other camp. So you always just kite it around. That way you can, you know, just mitigate some of the damage that you'll take so you're not getting hit too much. That's pretty bad, like clear. But it is what it is. Message is still across. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. Keep going, keep going. Put another point in queue. Because you're going to be looking to get level 4, you don't need to actually have your point in queue. Now, wolves is really nice because 2 alpha strikes and the little wolves are dead. So focus the big wolf the entire time. And then 2 alpha strikes, the little wolves are dead. Ooh, just like that. All right. We want to smite the blue camp because it has more armor. Kind of bring it back for that alpha. Gotta start on the next. And as I said before, you should be a little quicker, right? You play them a lot more than me now. And on top of that, you should have the right runes. You should have a better leash. Should be all gravy. And here we are. Now we're at the end. So we ended at 340. Not an ideal time, obviously. But this is where you would go back and hone it and keep honing it in over and over and over. And you can get that 4. You should realistically, if you have the right runes and if you have a pretty decent leash, which you should be done with this clear by like 320 max. And then just get better and better and better at it. And you'll eventually get it to like, you know, 317, 315, you know, I think maybe like 312, maybe? I don't know. That one, you gotta play like a god. But yeah, a lot of champs, if you really think about how they path and you really get used to it and practicing it, you can actually get to the crab and done with 4 camps like really, really quickly. So, yeah, that's pretty much all to it. As I said, if you guys would like to have a free VOD, make sure you join in on Saturdays. Join my Discord first, join in on Saturdays, and you guys can get a free VOD. Also, if you guys would like to have a 25% discount on coachings, just use the code CLIMB, and that will be your go-to to get those coachings. CoachBlaker.com is the site. What about with Duskblade build? Because I go hella blades, it's the same. It's the same. Because you'll still have the attack speed from your precision and the attack speed from your shard. Okay. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for approaching this like a coach.